On this day, May 22nd, 2025, we gather in reverence to remember lives that shaped the landscapes of psychology, music, sport, science, and human rights. From the quiet minds who change how we understand love and connection, to the courageous voices who stood for truth, art, and justice. Each soul carried a torch that illuminated their world. Today, we reflect not just on how they died, but how they lived with brilliance, with passion, and with purpose. LNS. Berscheid rewrote the very language of love and relationships through the lens of social psychology. Her groundbreaking work on interpersonal attraction and human connection carved out a new field of research, offering deep insight into the mysteries of human bonds. As one of the first scholars to receive federal funding to study love, she legitimized what had long been dismissed. Ellen was more than a researcher. She was a builder of bridges between hearts and minds. Generations of psychologists and students owe her a debt of gratitude for showing that love, in all its forms, is worthy of understanding. Victoria Brownworth's pen was a sword and a shield. As a bold voice for the LGBTQ+ community and people with chronic illnesses, she broke barriers in journalism, publishing fearlessly on topics others avoided. Her work was raw, real, and unflinching, infused with the urgency of justice and the intimacy of lived truth. A pioneer of accessible, inclusive storytelling, Victoria elevated marginalized voices and held systems to account. Her courage lives on in every young writer she inspired and every truth she dared to tell. Buddy Hall was called the Rifleman, and for good reason. His precision on the pool table was nothing short of art. A legend in American billiards, Buddy combined nerves of steel with serene, almost zen-like focus that made his play unforgettable. But beyond the spotlight and trophies, he was a teacher and a mentor, respected not just for his victories, but for the class with which he carried them. To those who knew the rhythm of the game, Buddy Hall was his heartbeat. Guy Klusevsek breathed new life into an old instrument. An accordion virtuoso who fused folk, jazz, and experimental styles, he expanded musical boundaries with every performance. Guy was a quiet revolutionary, his compositions whimsical, soulful, unpredictable. Whether on solo records or in collaboration with avant-garde giants, his music shimmered with originality. He turned the accordion into a vessel of expression and emotion, bringing joy to listeners across genres and generations. As the frontman of the Electric Prunes, James Lowe helped shape the soundscape of the psychedelic 60s. With haunting vocals and visionary production, he contributed to a sound that defined an era of exploration, rebellion, and artistic freedom. Later, he became a respected producer, guiding new voices toward their own sonic frontiers. His legacy reverberates through fuzzy guitars, echo chambers, and the wild creativity of a generation that dared to dream louder. Tommy Rieman's life was a tale of transformation, from the gridiron to the silver screen, and eventually into the hearts of countless young athletes. He made each chapter of his journey count. After playing professional football and acting, he found his true calling as a coach and mentor, guiding future NFL stars like Michael Vick and Aaron Brooks. Tommy's real triumph was not in personal fame, but in the lives he shaped. His legacy is a testament to the power of belief and mentorship. Pippa Scott graced the screen during Hollywood's golden age with poise, depth, and grace. Remembered for roles in classics like Annie Mame and Petulia, her performances shimmered with subtle strength. Off-screen, she was a quiet force for justice, supporting civil rights and environmental causes long before they were mainstream. Pippa lived with elegance and heart, her life a constellation of cinematic moments and real-world compassion. Oscar Franklin Smith's name became known not for redemption, but for the gravity of human consequences. Convicted and sentenced for a triple homicide in Tennessee, he was executed by lethal injection after decades on death row. His case stirred legal debate, appeals, and questions about the justice system. His death closes a chapter in a life marked by tragedy, loss, and unresolved controversy. Dan Storper believed in the unifying power of music. As the founder of Putumayo World Music, he brought global rhythms into mainstream ears, transforming record stores and living rooms into spaces of cross-cultural joy. With vibrant album art and infectious melodies, Dan gave a platform to voices from every continent. His work was a celebration of unity and diversity, a reminder that music knows no borders. Dave Shapiro was a powerhouse in the rock and metal world. a connector talent, and a believer in the transformative power of live performance. Known for his passion, integrity, and drive, he helped shape the careers of many beloved bands. His life was tragically cut short in a plane crash near San Diego, leaving behind a stunned industry and a grieving family. His energy, his eye for talent, and his big-hearted dedication are sorely missed. Daniel Williams was the thunder behind the music. As drummer of The Devil Wears Prada, his rhythm powered the band's rise in the metalcore scene. His playing was fierce yet thoughtful, his presence humble and sincere. Daniel also lost his life in the San Diego plane crash, alongside his friend and agent Dave Shapiro. Their death struck a deep chord among fans and peers, a silence where once there was sound. James Lloydovich Patterson's life journey read like fiction, a child actor in Soviet cinema, a U.S. naval officer, and a symbol of resilience and cultural complexity. Born in Moscow to an African-American father and Russian mother, he became a rare bridge between two superpowers during the Cold War. His identity, talent, and service embodied the collision and blending of worlds. He lived history, and in doing so, made history. Amanda Fielding was a countess, but her real crown was earned in the realm of scientific courage. A relentless advocate for psychedelic research, she founded the Beckley Foundation and pushed the boundaries of consciousness exploration. Once dismissed by mainstream academia, her work is now hailed as pioneering in the treatment of mental health. Amanda challenged stigma with elegance and intellect, helping to restore ancient wisdom to modern science. Her legacy is a future where healing may come from understanding the mind more deeply than ever before. Georgia O'Connor was a fighter in and out of the ring, a youth Olympian, national boxing champion, and rising star in British sport. Her power and grace inspired thousands. But her greatest bout came off the canvas, a courageous battle with cancer. She fought with dignity, never letting the disease define her. Georgia's life, though heartbreakingly short, glowed with purpose. She leaves behind not just medals, but memories of strength, spirit, and a smile that never backed down. Today, we honor lives of resonance, those who change how we think, how we move, how we feel, and how we connect. From stadiums and stages to laboratories and courtrooms, each of these souls carried a spark of transformation. Some gave us joy, others offered wisdom. Some fought for justice, while others battled in silence. Yet all, in their unique ways, gave the world something it would not have had without them. May their stories echo through the halls of time, and may we continue their journey, not just in memory but in meaning.